All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our morning note. It is September 3rd, 2020. Happy Thursday, everybody. Let's go ahead and talk market, shall we? Before you do that, make sure to click your bottom left-hand corner of your screen, bottom right-hand corner of the screen, right over here. Make sure to click that, like and subscribe our videos. Make sure to turn notifications on so you don't miss anything new that we do videos out for. So I think the last video we did was explaining futures trading and of course our daily morning note. So here we are. All right, Dow futures down 40 points, 0.13%. Nasdaq is pulling back a little bit here, now 1.29%, 12,252. E-mini futures on S&P down 19, half a percent, 35.60. A little bit of a pullback from all-time highs yesterday. Russell 2000 index, 1588 down 0.28%. Crude oil down 2.5% at 40.48 a barrel. Bitcoin took out 11,000 on the future side, down about 5.63%. Gold futures are down 0.24%, 1940 an ounce. Silver futures down about 18 cents, 27.21, 0.66. Euro dollar for my forex people down 24 pips, 118.29. Looks like that 120 level just could not hold. Dollar yen up 20 pips, 106.39, as the dollar is gaining slightly, 0.05% on the index, 92.89 currently. All right. Good morning, Atlantic Avenue Field Office. Good morning, everybody. All right, let's go ahead and talk about what I'm watching today. I guess it's time for my monologue, right? All right, so taking a look at everything, we already had on our signal side, we're basically done for the week. We have no trades for this week. We had a Tesla call, but that didn't work out. We had the 600 calls. We were green by I think about 15%, but then we had that flush due to the largest shareholder selling some of his stake, and then we had the stock offering. I added to Tesla earlier this week. If it breaks 400, I will be adding some more. Today, I will be looking to stock shop. So I'm definitely, being an investor today, I'm looking for opportunities on stocks that, that have pulled back, definitely from this run, and I want to go ahead and position myself in. As again, I am still long-term bullish. Nothing has changed. I actually welcome these kind of dips because these are important, guys. You need a market where you get some dips here, some buying opportunities. So you're talking about consistent days of just continuing pushing up. I think since August 10th, we haven't had really much of a dip. We just had about 20 days of straight continuous upside in Nasdaq. So any kind of dip is very, very much welcome to me at least. Looking at the 100-day moving average on the Nasdaq futures that I trade, which is right around 12,202. I think we do break that. I think we'll get a little bit of a pullback. I mean, the bears tried yesterday. We had a pullback yesterday on Apple and Tesla. So I actually bought some Apple yesterday, and I'm looking to buy some more and some more names that I've been wanting to add. Tesla, I definitely want to add some more long term. Again, I've owned the stock pre-split since 500. So I'm up nearly 190%. So I'm willing to roll the dice a little bit. Again, look long term as rates are low on a name like Tesla. Again, Tesla's probably my largest speculative name in my portfolio, but I can live with that. Microsoft, I have not added to it yet. I want to definitely add some more. I want to add some more NVIDIA. Definitely being tech focused on my portfolio. Definitely want to add some NVIDIA. Definitely want to add some AMD. But again, I'm waiting for opportunities to add some more. On Microsoft, I would love to add some more, but again, I need a little more of a serious pullback, maybe around 210, maybe 200 if we can get there. I don't think we will. That's a 10% move. I don't know if we can get down to 200, but that'd be nice. That would be very nice if I can get that kind of a sale going on as an investor. So me as an investor personally, I have cash on the side ready to buy, as you know. And I've been saying it then, I remember I wrote a message on Instagram if that we may get some volatility in September, that it'll be a good time to take some profits ahead of time. I did not do that because I don't need to, but some of my members did, and that was very prudent, even though the markets continued to go up. But again, it was prudent to get some gains off the system. But definitely Tesla's on my watch list for a buy here. And let's see what else we get pre-market. Let's see what we got here. See what's moving. Where I could start doing a list of what I want. I used to have a list of names that I want to buy, but obviously those names have changed because we've continued to the upside. Tesla's down, obviously. American Airlines are up about 0.83%. Carnival's up 4%. Bank of America's up 1%. AMC movie theaters are opening back up, which is cool. Norwegian's up 2.35%. CrowdStrike down 10%. AMD down 2.5%. DocuSign down 5%. Nvidia down 3%. Peloton down 3%, even though I think they were price upgraded by Wedbush to 200. And Slack is down 3.12. So the Internet of Things, tech companies are taking a little bit of a breather today. And I think they're still going to continue to go up. So understand that these are the times where you really want to start getting that shopping list, start looking at names that you want to go ahead and position yourself in. Either you want to get in your initial position. I always say if you want an initial position, take your initial number. Let's say, for example, okay, I want to invest $1,000 in a stock, say AMD. So what I would do if you have $1,000 is put 250 one day, 250 the next, 250 the other day, and 250 the other day, and spread that out within different buys so you average a better price. Just don't buy $1,000 in unless you're adding a position on a current one. When it's your initial position, then I like to break it up a little bit. I still buy stocks every week. I still buy SPY-G every week. That's my name that I buy. That's the S&P 500 Growth Fund. I still buy Bitcoin every week, and that's not going to change for me. So I have technology exposure, but again, I'm positioning myself for names that I want longer term, like a Tesla. So below 400, I'm definitely a buyer here, and I'll be adding to it. Um, Looking at other names, AMD's one. I've been wanting to add some more. Definitely want to do that. I'm gonna buy a PS5, so it's an AMD chip in there. I might as well eat the home cooking, right? And Nvidia is one of my favorite names. Nvidia needs a little more. I would say 533. Let's see if we can tap that 100-day moving average before I buy some more. And that's a really great stock to own. Other than that, there's one more name that I was looking at, guys. It was Costco. They had a really strong report on their sales, month over month and e-commerce. So it's above 360. It's a great company. I used to own it. I sold my retail names, Target, Walmart, Costco. Also sold some Colgate Palmolive, which is more consumer staples, to buy Amazon. And Amazon is a name that I've been wanting to buy, that I own and I love to own. Love to buy some more as well. If I wanted to buy some Amazon, I need to get down to 3360, which is the 200-day, and then we could talk. All right, enough from me. That's what I'm looking at. I'm definitely a stock shopper today. Does that mean there's no more opportunities out there to buy? Of course there is. To look at some calls and some puts, sure. Some short-term ones. Let's see what we get. But I only have right now, I think we had 5 winning trades, and I think with the students, I had one extra one. We did Roku together. So I have some trades open. I have some Apple calls. I have some, what do I have? I have Apple call. I have it on my screen here. I have Apple calls. I have Microsoft long-term calls. I have BABA calls. I have Intel, and I have another Microsoft. So I'm pretty solid across the board. And my BABA call is longer term. My Apple call is longer term. My Microsoft call is for January. So I'm sitting pretty. I even have a VIX call as my insurance for November 18, post-election, 80 calls. It cost me about 66 cents. I'm at 85 cents now. Again, very cheap insurance. It's kind of like having insurance on a sports car. You hope you don't crash, but if you do, you have insurance to cover you. All right, there you go. Answer some questions here. Good morning. Good morning. Tesla, BABA, Apple. Yep, I already talked about those, Apple and Tesla. BABA, I have some calls on there, and we're right at the 100-day moving average. If you're looking to buy some more, I have an alert at 250. I think 275 would be great to go ahead and add some more. I'm very bullish on Alibaba. I would say 275 seems to be the right number, which is right at 200-day. So let's go and place that alert together. It's healthy, definitely. It's definitely a healthy pullback. Again, 1.5% of the Nasdaq, not the worst thing in the world. Again, after you've been up so long, it does take some time to happen. So, again, I'm still long-term bullish. Nothing has changed here. Any thoughts on AML? I'm looking at AML. I don't know what that is. So you have to tell me a little more about them. Intel, Microsoft, still good. Absolutely. That has nothing has changed. That's for next week. So I'm not even worried about it one bit. NIO touched 21 yesterday twice. Let's see it. Yeah, that it did, and then it just fell back down. So it's right at the 100-day. Gold. Any options I'm playing today? I don't know. I have to see how the market opens. Again, things do change right at the bell. I mean, I'm looking what I'm looking at. I'm looking at tech, obviously, but I have trades open already for next week. I have Intel and Microsoft. Do you think about 9/11 Microsoft 142 calls? Should I sell at the open? 142 calls? Wow, you're really deep in the money if that's the case. Looking at gold, GLD. GLD's consolidating. Nothing is going on there. Not worth your money. BAC was upgraded. Yeah, the banks, it looks like a rotation again, as the Dow is slightly almost green. Again, it could be the banks and tanks again. Last time I played a bank was Citigroup, and I lost 50% quickly on it. So I'm going to be a little more conservative. Just watch the banks, wait for the break. My break level for Bank of America, 26.75. So make sure to write that down. I couldn't hear. Oh, I didn't get to say anything. CrowdStrike is down. How much more would you look at to buy some more Amazon? I went ahead and went over that. That would be around 33.60, the 200-day. CrowdStrike, I think they are down pre-market. Yeah, 126.70. I don't know much about the company. I haven't researched it. But if you're looking at the chart, I mean, I guess the 200-day would be a good bounce point. 117, 118-ish. Bitcoin very low. Thoughts? When you say Bitcoin very low, that's pretty much relative. It's still outperforming most asset classes. I buy some every week, so I don't even care. Good if it falls. What's your PT price target on AMD to add? AMD, my level to add is the 200-day, which is right at 85.36. If I go ahead and break that, I will be buying. Thoughts of Tesla plant Germany? Yeah, that's a really good sign that Germany is backing up Tesla for anything they need. I was reading that article, so bullish on Tesla. Nothing has changed there. I bought a dip a couple of days ago, ran out. Ran out of what? What do you think about GLD? GLD is consolidating, nothing going on there. Thoughts on Crowd? I have no idea about CrowdStrike. I don't know much about them. I think they are a cybersecurity company. If you want to buy in, wait for that 200-day moving average before you do anything, which would be right at 117.46 or 117, 118. LHX, LHX long term. I think that's L3 Connect Harris. I think that's one of our top 10 stocks of 2020. Yeah, definitely long term. Great buy. Guessing we selling Tesla calls. I mean, that was a lotto play. So, I mean, I went very little position on it. That's basically dead. Yes, you can sell if you want. 135 expired this Friday. Should I sell at the open if there's still a chance? Microsoft 137, 135 calls. I don't know how you have 135 calls of Microsoft if it's at 229. Do you mean 235 calls? Where would you add more SPY to the portfolio? I buy SPY every week, so that's really up to you. Starbucks. Starbucks is right now at 88.09. There was some unusual options activity on the 90s. So take a look at those. It looks like it does want to break out. How low do you think Tesla hit today? I think we could break 400. What level would you like to add at Apple? I already said that earlier, 119.84 is my level. Do you think Nasdaq bounces back next week? I have calls for Donkey and Crowd next week where you'd recommend holding. I don't know what strike you have, but I do think the Nasdaq does bounce back next week. I think we bounce back with non-farm payroll report on Friday, to be honest with you. Remember, that's at 8:30 tomorrow, the non-farm payroll employment report. I think it'll be a strong report, and we'll continue a little more upside. Thoughts on cruise lines? Cruise lines, no thanks. AAL, all I own is DAL. I don't want to own any cruise lines. No thanks. What's a good buy price for QQQ? QQQ, best buy price here. Your 200-day is a great place to start. 293.15. You see that we've been following the trend line of the 100. Actually, QQQ is right at the 100. If you're playing the dip and you want to be strategic, then right now would be probably the place to buy. But if you want to be conservative, you could wait for that 200-day, which is 293. What do you think about WKHS? I have no idea what that is. Is that Workhorse or something? I have no idea what they do, so I can't give you an educated guess on that. Looking at the chart, there's nothing there on the chart that looks interesting. It just looks like a middle finger. Right there. Thoughts on Rockets and Lakers matchup when the Banks get some love? James, I would say Lakers in 5 against the Rockets. Lakers in 5. When do the Banks get some love? The Banks are actually up pre-market. Thoughts on JPM? JPM I do own. I have not added to it lately. Looking at that level, 103.41. But again, these things reverse with the rotation, so you just got to watch out. 103.41, if you get a break, a real clear break, a breakout would be 106.75 on JPM, and I'd probably be adding there. Are you buying more Tesla if it drops below 400? I would. Do you trade ETFs? We do. Qs and SPYs. I had the 103 calls. The 103 calls on what? Yeah, guys, you have to give me your information when you're telling me about these trades, and I can try to help. But if you give me kind of partial information, you're gonna get partial answers. Just a heads up. Oh, JPM. Okay. If you have the 103 calls, you're basically in the money. I would pull the ripcord as soon as possible because you may get those reversals. So it is coming close to resistance. So take that money and run. It's a Thursday too. BP long term, I am staying away from all energy. Energy, no, no energy. Stay away from any energy stocks. 235 on Microsoft. If it's expiring tomorrow, you're probably going to be in trouble with time decay. You could hold on to it, but you really, really, really need to hold 228. If you break below 228, it's probably over. So 235 call for September 4, no bueno. I can't say no bueno because we could bounce. So if we break below 228, your thing may be done. Are you looking at any 5G stocks? Give me an example of a 5G stock. Like Qualcomm? I don't own Qualcomm, but I have to see exactly what you're talking about. Any hopes on my calls? Any hopes? I don't know why you guys want hopes, but I guess that's what you guys want. Adobe 557 calls September 18. September 18th, that's what, a couple of weeks away? Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, that's fine. Docu, I know everyone likes Docu. Wow, we went from 293 to 248. 340 for September 11th. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. And Apple 135 calls for September 11th. The Apple 135s are actually not a bad play, but Docu's looks pretty ugly. I have SPY 358 calls. Should I hold? Yes. Is it for tomorrow? If it's for tomorrow, it's very binary, so you have to be very careful. But I would actually hold it. Docu earning today after market close. What do you think? I think they beat. It'd probably be like a Zoom. So I mean, if you're holding that thing, I wish you the best. I don't like to trade earnings. What would be a good price to buy Microsoft? Say 200. That's my level. But if you say around 205 would be great. Should I hold Tesla 500 September 18 calls? Is it a big position where you can hold for a little bit? If you can't, then no. The Tesla lottos are basically done. I mean, if you want to get out of them, salvage a couple of dollars, go for it. But again, it's just a lotto. I went very light, so I'm holding it. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. One more question. FB 305 calls, 94 expiry, hold or sell. It's turning into lightning rounds. 305 calls, it's right at the 100. So you have to be extremely careful. If you break Facebook breaks that level, 296.18, close it. It's over. Have a great rest of your day, guys. We'll catch you tomorrow for the morning note. Non-farm payroll report, 8:30 in the morning. Happy Thursday. Happy trading. Make sure to like and subscribe our videos. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Cheers.